Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, we have an update on a shooting investigation we reported earlier near Sarasota Memorial Hospital. The Sarasota Police Department now saying their investigation began when they were called to Sarasota Memorial Hospital just before 5 p.m. in reference to a patient with a gunshot wound.
Officers arrived on scene and began investigation and determined that the location of the incident may be the house here behind us, 2032 Arlington. And we currently believe we have all the parties involved, and we're continuing the investigation.
At this time, it is unknown whether or not charges will be filed. Staff with Mote Marine Laboratory are trying to figure out why a group of dolphins swam ashore on Turtle Beach this weekend. Some beachgoers reportedly helped push a majority of those dolphins back into the water, but Mote staff says that can do more harm than good. According to Mote Marine, mammals at strand are often sick or injured and should stay on the beach until trained responders can arrive. One dolphin did not make its way back into the water, and beachgoers tried to keep him comfortable by pouring water onto that nearly 7-foot-long mammal.
First instinct was run inside, go get my big containers and do something to help.
It's nice to see people trying to comfort the animals instead of, harassing them or taunting them or being disrespectful.
A Mote veterinarian and NOAA's National Marine Fisheries Service found it was in the dolphin's best interest to euthanize that mammal. Monday, July 31st marks National Heat Stroke Prevention Day, and in support, the U.S. Department of Transportation is asking the public to follow a few important safety tips. For parents, place a purse or a cell phone next to your child's car seat so you don't forget them, or write a note and leave it on your dashboard. And for bystanders, if you see a child left in a car, try to make sure they are okay. If they appear fine, try to locate their parents. If not, call 911 immediately. Heat stroke is the leading cause of non-crash related vehicle fatalities for kids 14 years and younger in the United States. And in the first 6 months of 2017, 26 children nationwide have died of heat stroke after being left in a car. With this hot summer temperature, these tips are coming especially in handy. And as we head over to Wendy Ross, Wendy, you and I were just talking. Your daughter actually has an interesting tip for this.
Yes, I think it's pretty wonderful. We were talking about this because we were doing so many stories about this, and I said something to my daughter, and she said, I take my left shoe off and I throw it in the back seat. My husband does the same thing, and that way we know we're not going to walk away without our shoes. So that's one way that she handles that, and I think it's a wonderful suggestion. We're going to go back to the weather now, and we'll let you see that we still have some showers that are taking place along the coastline. They're going to come in waves throughout the nighttime hours. We've been watching them make their way onshore, and so right now you can see some of the heavier rains are developing and moving on eastward, and so more showers are coming in. It's starting to affect places like Siesta Key. They've been getting some heavier showers right now, and you can see the more rainfall is out there in the Gulf of Mexico, and it is all sweeping on in. So we're going to see continuous rain throughout the night. Right now it's 78 degrees. We've got rain just about everywhere, and we are looking at high humidity, winds out of the southeast at around 7 miles per hour. And for the rest of the nighttime, expect to see our temperatures only dropping down to about 77 degrees, and it is going to be a continuous bit of rain all the way through the overnight time period and into tomorrow morning. We'll let you know how much rain we think is going to be a fallout for us over the next couple of days. That's all coming up in just a minute, Adam.
All right, thank you, Wendy. A well-known and well-respected member of the local animal rescue community has unfortunately passed away. Veterinarian Don Swarita died earlier this week, according to his work colleagues. Dr. Don, as he was known, was the owner of Laurel Road Veterinary Clinic in Nokomis, but also aided several local wildlife rescue organizations on emergency calls, and was known as a brilliant surgeon, especially with birds. Colleagues describe him as a unique and special vet who rarely said no to the chance to help a sick or injured animal. They say he will be sorely missed. At least 9 people are injured in Los Angeles tonight after a car careened into a crowd of people. Of those 9 people injured, 8 had to be taken to the hospital. At this time, it is unclear what caused the crash, but Los Angeles police say the driver remained at the scene and was cooperating with investigators. The crash appears to have been an accident. The driver was taken into custody for questioning, and authorities say there does not appear to be any terrorism connection. Authorities are investigating an explosion in a Central Florida restaurant tonight after deputies found moderate destruction in a McDonald's bathroom. Restaurant staff and patrons were evacuated as fire crews and deputies investigated. No injuries have been reported and no further information was immediately available. The restaurant is located on Orange Blossom Trail in Lockhart. A popular new app is igniting major conversations at home, work, and at school. Some describing it as a breeding ground, though, for bullying. The app, named Sarah Ha. The pronunciation is a little suspect on that. It's Arabic for candor, allows people to post and receive feedback anonymously. Right now, there are millions using the app, downloads of the app beating out Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat in free app stores. The developer says it was intended to give reviews in the workplace, but already teenagers downloading the app are becoming the targets of negative comments.
It says, nobody would care if you killed yourself. Go kill yourself. I hate you because you are too happy with your life.
My makeup was not good, my hair isn't good, I'm too short.
Parents should know that the only way for their kids to receive feedback through Sarah Ha is by downloading it. That's why experts say it's important to know what apps your kids have on their phones. Although people were mean when they weren't anonymous on social media, so no surprise there. Now to the desperate manhunt for an accused killer outside Minneapolis, a violent chain of events that forced the evacuation of a senior center and left one woman dead. Now that suspected killer is on the run. ABC's Adrian Bankert has the latest.
Tonight, a manhunt for a suspected murderer. Moments after an armed robbery, SWAT teams on the scene, a sniper on the roof in this Minneapolis suburb. Authorities placing a busy shopping complex on lockdown, a senior center evacuated. Elderly residents, some in wheelchairs, led to safety. During the lockdown, a woman is found murdered in a nearby office building.
I believe it was another worker in the building that found her.
Lucifer Vincent Nguyen, allegedly living up to his name. Police say he is the prime suspect, considered armed and dangerous. Police say 44-year-old Nguyen entered the senior center Saturday with a handgun, but then disappeared.
The last information we got was that he entered in there and then said something to some of the employees.
Nguyen reportedly taking off in this vehicle, crashing into a swamp before getting away on foot.
I would presume by the time we had the perimeter set up that he was already gone.
Police say they're working multiple leads as this suspect is still on the run, and authorities say they've spoken to friends and family of the victim who are staying strong. Adrian Bankert, ABC News, New York.
Well, still to come here on ABC 7, a big week ahead in Washington. The Kremlin already retaliating against new Russia sanctions. And the search for riches takes a deadly turn. A treasure hunter found dead in the Smoky Mountains.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055. When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Welcome back. President Trump has a big week ahead. He's attempting to restore law and order to his staff with a cabinet shakeup amid growing concern overseas. ABC's Brian Clark has the latest.
Yet another changing of the guard as retired General John Kelly officially replaces Reince Priebus Monday as the president's chief of staff. The White House hoping to turn the page after one of its most chaotic weeks to date.
He brought Kelly in for the same reason he brings in successful businessmen and he brings in other generals. He likes people who have accomplished things, who've been successful in other realms.
The new chief trying to calm the waters inside the White House as tensions grow overseas. President Trump is set to sign new Russia sanctions approved by Congress despite his own objections, and the Kremlin already retaliating. Vladimir Putin announced the expulsion of hundreds of U.S. diplomats, the largest forced reduction at the U.S. Embassy in Moscow since the Russian Revolution. Meantime, mounting tensions with North Korea. Kim Jong-un launched his second intercontinental ballistic missile this month, saying his arsenal has the power to strike the United States mainland. In response, a show of force from U.S. warplanes as they flew over the Korean peninsula in a 10-hour mission.
This is here. They've been barking wolf about this. Well, the wolf is at the door. This is a very real threat to the United States.
President Trump pointing the finger at China, tweeting, "They do nothing for us with North Korea. We will no longer allow this to continue." The president wants China, which has more direct influence on the regime than any other country, to apply more diplomatic pressure. Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
Shooting at an upscale vacation resort, an American lawyer with his family targeted tonight a man in Turks and Caicos and the hunt for the gunman. Michael Jones and his family returning to this lavish beachfront home rental on Friday when 2 masked men forced their way in, overpowering the security guard on duty. The security guard lightly bound with his own shoelaces. Jones is a prominent Washington, D.C. attorney and Georgetown law professor. He reportedly confronted one of those intruders who shot him. The gunman got away with only a laptop.
What we don't know is why his shot was discharged, what led up to that shot being discharged. When you come here, don't automatically assume that nothing can happen to you, because we have criminals.
Jones was transferred to a hospital in South Florida, where tonight he is listed in stable condition. The Caribbean island is known for being a celebrity destination, but recently has become notorious for violence. It might sound like something out of an adventure novel, and in a way it kind of is. The search for treasure getting a little more mysterious after a Colorado man has been found dead. The man going missing while looking for $2 million worth of treasure supposedly hidden in the Rocky Mountains by New Mexico art dealer and collector Forrest Fenn. The clues mapped out in Fenn's 2010 book, The Thrill of the Chase.
When somebody finds that chest, they're going to be shocked.
Something happened down there that day, and we just want answers.
The hunt for riches is already being blamed for 2 deaths. Fenn compiled a list of suggestions to make people safer when they go into the mountains. A local Girl Scout has been awarded the highest honor given out by the organization, the Girl Scout Gold Award for her service to the community. Faith Holiday is the youngest Girl Scout to complete her project for the award. As a lover of animals, a 14-year-old from Sarasota chose to build an agility course for Dante's Den Animal Rescue Shelter. The course features 2 jumps, weave poles, and a teeter-totter. The project shows Faith's skills in leadership, teamwork, planning, and will certainly make a lasting impact on the animals.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, well done.
How wonderful.
There you go.
Stories like that they just make your heart smile.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's so
Super
fantastic.
easy.
Good for you.
And
I'm
a
so
lovely
happy.
effort put into that obstacle course too. Look nice.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you so much for that. Well, we are looking at rain and more rain, and there's so much moisture out there, and 3 and 4 and 5 days of this, and you're going to be very tired of it, and that is what is in our forecast starting today, going into the overnight hours tonight, and tomorrow morning we're going to continue to see these rains developing. You can see all the moisture sweeping down across the state, and behind that, notice that we also have this drier air that's coming on in. That's in front of, or behind the cold front, that's just in front of this, and we don't know how far south that's going to go, but right now it is helping, the frontal system is helping all of this moisture to come on in. We're going to get one grab of a shot here. This is our satellite. You can see right here, that area right there, that is actually a low pressure area that has just developed. That took place this afternoon, and so that's also helping to bring about all of this moisture we're seeing. So we've got a couple of things going on here that's helping to bring about rain showers that will continue into tonight and into tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. And rainfall amounts so far have been well over 1 inch to over 2 inches of rainfall in pockets around the area. We've just been getting bands and bands of rain coming on in since early this morning, and you can see right now we're getting the showers here down through Venice and east of Venice, and of course more coming on in from the Gulf of Mexico, and we'll continue to see these bands moving on through the area. This is what's going on right now, and so recent rains have been coming in across parts of the Keys, and now they're starting to slide on towards the east, but Longboat Key, Ballantrae Manor, you're all starting to see all of this. Sarasota, the downtown area, is starting to see these showers coming on in. Moderate to heavy rains are going to be pretty much the picture for the next couple of days, and there's more out there in the Gulf of Mexico, so you can see all of these showers out here, and it's all funneling in across central and south Florida. From the Tampa Bay area southward is where we're going to see the heaviest rainfall. And keep in mind, this is just a forecast of what we expect will accumulate over the next several days. These are not actual rainfall amounts, but what we might see happen because of all the rain we are expecting to see along the Sun Coast. And we're going to get the great preponderance of it. So as you can see, over the next couple of days, this is where that counterclockwise spin is, that low pressure area out in the Gulf of Mexico. That's helping to generate all of this moisture coming on in from the south and west, and so it's all tropical air that's moving in over us, and that's just going to continue to make its way through the region. So you're going to be pretty tired of this by the end of the week, but that's about how long it's expected to last. Now today, because of all the clouds, we only saw a high of 87 degrees. The overnight low was 79. Right now it's 78 degrees. It's still raining. Winds are out of the southeast at around 7 miles per hour. And a tropical update, we're still looking at this system that's not showing any signs of development right now. It's just a disturbance, but in the next 5 days there's now a 30% chance that it could develop. So we'll keep our eyes on that. And it's not going to be a great beach day tomorrow either. Pretty much what we saw today, we're going to see again tomorrow. Winds will be out of the southwest at 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop out on the bay. And this is what it looks like. We've got a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. And then after that, we lower those chances very slightly. Temperature highs will stay in the upper 80s. Adam?
Thank you, Wendy. Sports is coming up next. Stick around.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Now, sports.
The gap between the Rays and the division-leading Yankees widened a bit this weekend as the Rays lost 3 straight games in New York. But good news, Tampa Bay able to avoid the sweep on Sunday. Rookie Jacob Faria, 5-1 since June, entering Sunday's game where he wasn't dominant, but he was good enough. Gives up 3 runs, but records 8 strikeouts over 4 innings today. Corey Dickerson's bat has been absent all month, hitting just .205 through July, but he comes up big with a 2-out single to put Tampa Bay back on top in the 3rd. And then the Yankees get the winning run to the plate in the 9th against Alex Colomé, who forces a ground ball and earns his 30th save of the season. Rays win 5-3. They are headed to Houston to face the AL Best Astros. Pirates Padres in San Diego, and Andrew McCutchen ate his Wheaties this morning. The Pittsburgh outfielder hitting 1, 2, 3 home runs in the Pirates' 7-1 win in San Diego. This brings McCutchen's season home run total to 22. That is more than he had during his MVP campaign back in 2013. Another NFL player has decided to hang up the pads without much warning. New England Patriots linebacker Rob Ninkovich announcing his decision to retire at a press conference Sunday. After 11 NFL seasons, Ninkovich simply said it was time to walk away. The former 5th-round pick has led the team in sacks 2 different times and has been a part of 2 Super Bowl championships.
It's been such a blessing and a heck of a run, and I'm so grateful for the Patriots organization. Mr. Kraft, thank you so much. Jonathan, thank you so much. It's been so much fun.
Ninkovich's announcement comes less than a week after a neuropathologist published findings after observing a degenerative brain disease in 110 out of 111 former NFL players' brains. Well, we told you he could do it last night. Now we're saying he did do it. Florida Gator Caleb Dressel has tied Michael Phelps' record of 7 gold medals at the World Championships. Lucky number 7 came Sunday in the 4x100 meter medley relay. Last night, the 20-year-old became the first swimmer ever to win 3 golds in one night at a major international meet. After Phelps set the record in 2007, it was a prelude to his 8 gold medals at the Summer Olympics. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
I am a veteran. My victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
At DAV, we help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory was finishing my education.
My victory was getting help to put our lives back together.
DAV provides veterans with a lifetime of support.
My victory is being there for my family.
Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Just go do it. Go do it.
If you're not in control, then who is? Live above the influence.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
A British television channel is promising a new documentary on Princess Diana using videotapes in which she candidly discussed her marital problems and her strained relationship with the royal family. The recordings of Diana speaking to her voice coach in the early 1990s includes her description of how Queen Elizabeth II reacted when she asked for advice about her failing marriage and talking about falling in love with a man believed to be her protection officer. Excerpts of those recordings were aired in the U.S. in 2004, but they have never been screened in Britain. Diana died in a Paris car crash back in 1997. A group of rescuers worked for hours to rescue a humpback whale after it was spotted off the coast of Palo Verdes this weekend. The whale had gotten caught up in a fishing line, making it hard for the large creature to move. For hours, crews worked to cut the whale free. With most of the line cut, the whale finally took off. Luckily, before it did, crews were able to tag them so they can locate that whale in the future.
Wow.
Yeah. And we've done the stories here of, you know, they do the fishing line pickups in the water.
Yes,
Gotta be
yes.
conscious of that stuff. Can't
Yeah,
just, you know, it's not a big trash can for
No.
fishing line. You gotta pay attention. 'cause
And
they
if
can
you
get caught
are a
up in it.
boater, you don't want to go out on a small boat this coming up next couple of days. It's just going to be nasty out there. It's not going to be pretty. We're going to see a lot of rain. 100% chance of rain tomorrow. Rainy days and Mondays, man.
Well, there you go. At least you'll be inside at work, right?
There
Most
you
of us.
go. There you go.